What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Off the Bench with Scotty and Corey. As you guys can see, I am alone today. Scotty had to work. He worked a little late, and I just didn't want to leave you guys without anything today. We will see you guys back here for a normal Off the Bench session on Saturday. Um, Happy late Mother's Day to all of those of you guys that did not watch our Sunday podcast or listen to our Sunday podcast. Just going to do a quick, round off. Big thank you to our sponsors, Aspire Energy, for sponsoring this episode. It is aspiredrinks.com /OTB or /discount /OTB25, and get yours today. Great flavors, keto friendly, healthy. Um, it's also um, diabetes friendly. It's got 80 milligrams of caffeine, natural caffeine from green tea, guarana, all kinds of good stuff for you. So, without further ado, let's jump right in. First things first, on a little bit of a news round off for you guys. Dolphins Devon Achane, he agreed to terms on a 4-year, $64 million deal. That is great for the Dolphins. They've locked down their guy for another 4 years. He's a great running back, especially for those out there who do the fantasy football when football season starts. Again, the last couple of years he's done really good. The Seahawks picked up a second round safety, Bud Clark, kind of filling in a little bit of a safety hole there. If you guys are a big fan of Netflix's quarterback, the docu-series, this season 3 will be Jaden Daniels, Baker Mayfield, Cam Ward in the new season. They released that actually today. Yeah, so it should be pretty good. And they're also going to be covering Cincinnati Bengals Joe Flacco in that series. Also, a little bit of a change here. The Green Bay Packers will be hosting the Rams on. I always want to say St. Louis. It's Las Vegas or Los Angeles Rams now. I've been watching football for too long, so I get a little confused. But they will be hosting the Rams on Thanksgiving this year, Thanksgiving evening. It's typically a Cowboys game in there somewhere, so don't be surprised if you see that. If you guys haven't seen the controversy around the Super Bowl logo, how all the colors you can mix them together, this Super Bowl logo kind of looks like it might be. It could. I mean, it's a light yellow. It's got the ocean in it. It's got some red. It could be a Dolphins thing. And it could be the red could symbolize the Chiefs or any other red colored team. And obviously the yellow could be the Bengals or even the Steelers. And just something cool to look into. There's always a little bit of a controversy for that. But anyway, Giants' Brian Burns is embracing a new role as a defensive leader after Dexter Lawrence's exit. Dexter Lawrence actually got traded to Cincinnati. I believe a first-round pick was in store for that, and some other stuff, I'm sure. Um, Longtime NFL assistant Tom Moore, who is 87 years old, returns to Iowa to serve as an offensive advisor. That's obviously college football related. Here's a little bit of bad news for my bad news lovers. I don't know if that's a thing. I made that up. But there's the Patriots rookie linebacker Quintavious Hutchins. I hope I said that right. He was charged with domestic assault and battery on a family household member on Tuesday, according to Massachusetts court records. Now, obviously, that's not good for the Patriots on their rookie guy. Again, trying to fill a hole on their defense. If you guys watched the Super Bowl, they had a lot of problems with that. Really, two major issues was their defense and their offensive line. That offensive line being the major part of that, but yeah, that's just a big issue that they had actually kind of done a lot of good with during the um, during the draft, they actually filled up a lot of that offensive line, and then obviously in UDFA's. Michael Penix Jr. was throwing today during the Falcons Phase 2 workouts as a quarterback competition nears. Remember, I believe they grabbed the Dolphins ex quarterback. Oh, I'll think of his name, but if you remember his name, then you remember his name. I can't. My brain doesn't work sometimes. Um, but speaking of the Dolphins offensive coordinator Bobby Slowick says that Malik Willis can spin the ball all over the field. So obviously praise there. He's I think he's a little happy with Malik Willis, um, and I'm happy to see that. But Romeo Dobbs of the Green Bay Packers would love to have AJ Brown in New England, even prior Green Bay Packers. I apologize. He is actually a New England Patriot now. Um, even if it means a different role for him. Um, they have been rumored to be the post June 1st trade destination for AJ Brown for a while. We've actually covered it. Scotty's actually covered it. So that's a big thing, big controversy going on within the league. And something for my Commanders fans ahead of the schedule release tomorrow, October 4th will be a London game against the Indianapolis Colts, in which the uh, Commanders are technically the home game, but it's more of a neutral game. So a little bit of bad, another little bit of bad news here. Charlie Young, Super Bowl winning tight end with the 49ers, dies at age 75. There's no reason why he passed on; he just did, and you know it's sad to see. Saints signed UDFA wide receiver Brock Rechsteiner, son of WWE Hall of Famer Scott Steiner. A little bit of tidbit for my WWE fans out there. So, but that's really gonna do it for us. Just kidding. There is actually something that I want to touch on. Again, I kind of want to go over a little bit of the Washington Commanders opponents. Again, tomorrow is the schedule release, and we already know that October 4th, which I believe is like week 6, week 7 ish area. Let me make sure here. Uh, yeah, it's October 4th at 9:30 a.m. The London game will kick off, and it will be the Colts versus the Commanders. Again, it's a neutral field thing, but the Washington is technically the home team, which you'll see here in a second. The 2026 opponents for the Washington Commanders. These are the home games. Obviously, the three division games: the Cowboys, the Eagles, and the New York Giants. And then we also have the Super Bowl defending champs, the Seahawks, the Rams, Texans, Colts. Like there's that name again. And like I said, it is a neutral field game. It's a game in London. The Bengals and the Falcons. We have played the Falcons, if I'm not mistaken, the last 3 years in a row. Um, Played on Week 18 in 2024. Played them some point last season, I do believe, and then again this season. I don't know why. Usually you see games like that, and it's you play each division every 4 years, except for your own division. And then I think there's two random games each year as well. And then the away games are going to be the Dallas Cowboys, the Philadelphia Eagles, New York Giants, the Minnesota Vikings, San Francisco 49ers, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Arizona Cardinals, and the Tennessee Titans. Now, the Titans did release a new name. The Tennessee Titans released a new, well, not name, I'm sorry, a new logo and a new um, uniform set, which I kind of like. I think it's very creative. Um, their logo it's different. It's not the same. I'm gonna call it a fireball because that's kind of what it looks like to me, and I could be wrong. but that's just kind of what I'm getting their old logo as. Now it's just a T with the stars in it, with kind of like a classical look. Um, but oh, and that the Dolphins quarterback is Tua Tagovailoa. Just thought of it as I was looking up the Titans new logo. So, but there's that's really the biggest news within the league now. Yeah, it is just the T with the circle in it, and that's about it. But the uniforms, kind of leaning back into that Houston Oilers um, esque colorway. But yeah, guys. So that is the news and everything I have for you today. Um, Again, big thank you to our sponsor, Aspire Drinks, um, Aspire Energy, and you can get that at aspiredrinks.com/discount OTB25 and get your very own. Again, ton of flavors, and I've had 6 of them so far. A big fan, and it just keeps you awake a little bit longer. To me, I feel a little bit better when I drink it, and just a personal thing, I guess. But it does help this podcast stay running. And again, big thank you to you guys who shop at Aspire Drinks. Um, Whatever you get there, no matter how big, no matter how small, use that discount. It does help us out a ton. And yeah, big thank you to you guys for listening or watching, whatever it is you do. Um, Again, we're on all socials: Facebook, Instagram, um, Twitch, or not Twitch, TikTok, yeah, TikTok, Twitter, um, all the good ones. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, we are on all podcasting platforms, barring like 3 or 4. We are on all major ones: Spotify, Amazon, uh, uh, Apple. We're on the web browser. If you go to rss.com, um, you can search in our name there as well. That is where we are actually doing all this stuff. So, um, or any web browser. We're not on Pandora yet. Haven't set up an account. You have to set up an actual account for that. But yeah, all major podcasting platforms. And if you are listening to this and you want to see what we're talking about, because sometimes I'll put things on the screen. Again, it is just um, you just go to YouTube and it's Off the Bench with Scotty and Corey. We'll pop right up. Same logo, same everything. That way everybody can find us pretty easy. But yeah, guys, that's all I have for you today. A little bit of news roundup, a little bit of a thing. The Washington Commanders schedule does drop tomorrow, and we will be covering that on Saturday, as barring hopefully nothing goes wrong there. If it's not going to be Saturday morning, it will be Sunday morning. Just look out for that. Things do happen in life, as right now. Last couple of weeks, you've seen Scotty do his own thing, his solo, and now this is my turn. But thank you guys so much for listening and or watching. We will see you guys in the next one. Again, like, comment, share it to your friends, share it to anybody you want to share it to. We're a great group of guys to have around. But again, comment down below whatever you want to see, and we will be seeing you guys in the near future. So, see you guys on Saturday. Stay sharp. Have a good rest of your week, and we will see you guys then.